Hello. Hello. I wanted to talk about this morning because I feel like it's been a while since I've just talked to the camera. At least, like, I want to do kind of like a little get ready with me because I'm going out tonight. And also I have some stuff just like on my mind that I kind of want to, I guess, speak out loud. So I feel like this is an easy way to do it. That way I can also get your guys' like input and stuff and things like that. But first of all, I'm going out tonight, which I'm very excited about, with the friend that I went, I think it was a couple videos ago or something, where I said I was going to hang out. It might have been a YouTube short, I can't remember, but basically I've been meeting up with this person and me and her are like in like the first stages of friendship, right? And I think it's really, really weird because this is my first like time as an adult. This sounds funny, but it's the first time as an adult that I've been going out and like actively trying to make friends this way. So it's been a little weird because I'm like, I almost feel like I've forgotten how to talk to people a little bit, like people outside of my normal like group. So like my family and then like also like Emmanuel, right? I'm used to talking to them. So I'm like, it's really weird doing this, but we had a really good time the last time we went out. I don't know, I can't remember when we went, but we had a good time. And after it was a little weird, like I don't know how to explain it. It was just kind of like, we're coworkers, right? So we see each other at work every now and then, but we don't really talk. So I thought maybe for some reason, like she just didn't like hanging out. I don't know, but she invited me out again and I was like, oh, okay. I have to get ready because I have a lot of video editing to do today, and then I also have to get ready for work tomorrow, so I just want to be ready so that when we do end up going, I don't have to like worry about getting all set up and stuff. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about like this whole thing. So I have had a little bit of like a talk with Emmanuel and stuff about this, but we both kind of agreed that it's really weird trying to make friends now that we're not in school and stuff. I feel like it's hard. Like it feels difficult to go and like find people and become friends with people. And there's also something different about adult friendships, I guess, because when you're young, right, you're so impressionable that like you can pretty much find anybody and find something in common with them, right? Because we all go to school together. You're all probably all being exposed to the same stuff if you're going to the same school and things like that and whatever. So like you have stuff in common. And adult friendships are a little funny with the fact that for some reason it just doesn't feel the same. Like adult friendships do not feel the same as when you're like a teenager. So when we went out the first time, we had stuff in common, but for some reason it was just a little awkward at first, and then we kind of got used to each other, and then at the end when we were like kind of leaving and then at work and stuff, it's just been a bit strange. And I think it stems from the fact that I don't know how to talk to people anymore. Like, I don't know how to talk to people outside of like a group, and I don't really know like social stuff. So I'm like, do we talk about outside stuff when we're at work? Or do we just leave each other alone? Because both of us have just kind of done that. But I want to get to the point where like, we're just friends. We're just friends, we just chill. So I'm hoping that tonight will kind of be what we need in order to move from that unsure, unsteady footing to actually being a little bit more like friends. I think tonight will be a really good time, and I think I just overthink things, which is okay. I just need to get a little bit more used to meeting people outside of work and doing stuff. I think that I'm not used to it. So it kind of weirds me out, and like I get anxious before we go and like things like that or whatever, but everything's fine. I just, thoughts. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of talk about that. I'm getting ready right now and hopefully everything will be fine. I also really, really want, this is a different rant, but I really want to get more makeup because I feel like so I started to get into foundation, right? And the foundation that I have right now, I got before I started tanning. So now it is not the right color, so I can't even use it because it's just too light. It looks funny. And so I really want to get more foundation, but they're so expensive and I don't know if I want to spend my money on that right now because we have a trip that we're trying to save for. I don't know. I don't feel like I wear it enough to convince myself to go get another one. But at the same time, I feel like I do. I don't know. I just want to be able to experiment and stuff. But makeup is so expensive. It's kind of ridiculous. This is the one I have. It's the MAC one. And I like this one. It goes well with the primer because the lady that told me to get both of them, she was like, they worked well together. This is just way too light. This is way too light. It doesn't really match my skin anymore, so I want to get one a couple shades darker so that I can mix them if I need to. Right now, I'm just not using foundation, and I really want to get more. I also really want to get contour stuff because I don't have that. I want to get more blushes, and I think that's mostly the like big ones that I want to get. is like another contour thing. And I just want to like, I want to try stuff out, but stuff's so expensive nowadays. I'm like, are you kidding? I just want to like experiment with my makeup. But I will eventually. I know for a fact that I will end up getting more makeup, but that was a different rant. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I also want to just like get better at doing makeup and trying new things. But yeah, I think that honestly, so here's another rant. I think recently I've been feeling very insecure, which is kind of strange because I have dealt with insecurity most of my life. That's just kind of a thing that comes up, and I've done a lot of work to kind of view myself differently and stuff. But recently, things have kind of started coming back up, and I seriously think it is because I'm starting to put myself out there again, in the sense of like friendships and stuff. And recently, I had this happen. My eyebrows are not doing. What is happening? I've been having some stuff come up again, which is strange, but it's also kind of just a part of life. I feel like battling self-consciousness and insecurity is definitely an upwards battle where there's like, I feel like the best way to explain it is like you go up and then you have to like, there's like rest stops, and you go at a rest stop, you get a little too comfortable. And so when you have to, not necessarily have to, but like in my instance, right, I want to make more friends. I want to put myself out there. I want to meet people. I want to have good experiences. But in order to do that, you have to push yourself and you have to put yourself out there. And when you get comfortable, it doesn't really matter on if the comfortable is healthy for you or not. It's just the way your mind works of like, this is safety. This is my safe zone. So I think because I've been putting myself out there more, I've been having to think more about myself and I guess who I am as a person. And that has been bringing up some things that I haven't really had to deal with in a while. And so it's been really weird because I'm like, there's stuff that comes up that I'm like, I've had to deal with this already. And it comes back up and I'm like, okay. But I have a new skill set and like tools for it. So I can tell that I'm better at dealing with it, but it still kind of sucks when things come up because I don't think anybody likes having to deal with insecurity. Like, it is not fun, and I don't think that it is healthy within relationships either to have insecurity because in like my instance, it tends to kind of be projected, and I don't like that. I don't think it's fair for my loved ones for me to have like insecurity that I'm like about. So I'm kind of working through that right now. And I think that's like a part of making friends is it's like there are stuff that's going to come up for no reason, but it comes up, right? And you just have to kind of deal with it. You just have to kind of move through it. I like to say that it's like you don't ignore it, right? Because ignoring the problem doesn't make it go away. It just makes it kind of get shoveled down until it explodes. So for me, it's like you have to breathe through it. It comes up. You just have to be like, okay, like everything's fine. Why is this happening? It's okay. Let's just calm down and then we can think through this. And that's kind of how I've always dealt with it. And it works, but I think there's another step to it where it's like, okay, once you've dealt with it, you have to be very conscious on working with it, right? Because just because you deal with it one time doesn't mean it's not gonna come up again. And that's something that I've learned, especially through just this whole process of dealing with insecurity and gaining self-confidence and all that stuff. So I'm just like, it's just hard. It's just hard. Doing my best, man. My eyeliner is bugging me the crap out of me. I was having this issue yesterday. I think I'm gonna switch to my other one because they're not being nice to me. Hold on, I have to take this off now. I did them. They're still too big. I wanted smaller ones, but we're just gonna ignore it. So that took me forever to do my eyeliner. I'm gonna just kind of put some random stuff on my eyelids because I have a dress. So my dress is like pink and white, and I kind of want to do something with that. So I might add some more. Is that a smudge or is that a freckle? That's a freckle. Okay, cool. I want to get like an actual primer for my eyelids as well. I don't have one, so I'm just using the one that goes all over my face to do it, and hopefully that's fine because I don't have anything else to make sure that this doesn't rub off. I don't want to do a split crease. Would that be cute? I think it would be cute if I did a little bit of like a darker shade on the rest of my eyelids. Look at how gross my brushes are, by the way. I do not clean my brushes. Never really have. Pretty bad. I also always wipe them off on a towel. I probably shouldn't. Just off to the side. Yeah, listen, I'm not a very like crazy person when it comes to like cleanliness. I am, but I'm not because I'm like a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to self-diagnose, but I am very ornery about the way my stuff goes. I like things a certain way. I don't like when people move my stuff. So, but I don't think that's the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing as like OCD, because that's the one I always think of. Anyways, so the next thing I wanted to talk about besides all this other stuff was it's July and I stopped streaming a couple months ago. I can't remember exactly when, but I said I'd come back in around July. So I'm kind of like deciding on how I want to go about that because I do want to start streaming again, but I want to do it in a way that makes me happy and makes me want to stream, because the reason I took a break was because it was just getting too overwhelming, and not only overwhelming, but also just kind of boring. Like, I would rather just kind of in my own time play games and record and then like do that kind of footage. Plus it gives me more time when I'm not also worrying about being on a live stream, because you know, you live stream for a couple of hours, and I also have a full-time job to where I have like 3-4 days to do all that stuff. And I don't like feeling rushed. I don't like feeling like I have to do a whole bunch of stuff or whatever. But I really want to get back into streaming. I just want to do it correctly this time, in a way that makes me happy and makes me feel like streaming, right? So I've been thinking about it. I want to get back into doing it. I just have to figure out how I want to do it, because I think I'm going to switch up my schedule to where I don't have set times. I just start streaming if I feel like streaming that day, which in a funny way, they tell you not to do that. Like, people that are like, oh, fuck me, man. What did I get stabbed by? You know, that's another thing. I felt like a mess recently. I don't know what is going on. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, and I'm just saying, I feel very like all over the place. Whatever. What was I talking about? Okay. I don't know. I think I just want to do it to where I just kind of hop on if I feel like doing it that day. And I just kind of go on Instagram and like on my YouTube and stuff and just like mention like, hey, I'm going to start streaming or like whatever this day or things like that. And on top of that, it's going to be very sporadic. And that's the thing, is like, people say to have a set schedule and to have it because, you know, when people are watching you, they kind of watch you for the games you're playing. And I'm like, well, I think it's fun to watch somebody play regardless on if you know what they're playing or not, if you enjoy that person, right? If you enjoy listening to that person talk or like the way they act, you like their personality, whatever, right? It doesn't really matter on if the game they're playing, it doesn't matter. So I'm kind of like on the fence about it because I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go that route. I just have to figure out how I wanna do it. If I want to do games that I already have set up, and I have like, because I have like series and stuff on my gaming channel, which by the way, I have a gaming channel. If you are interested in watching me play games, it is in my YouTube link. I don't know how to put it in my description, but I'll figure that out at some point. But it's like, if you go to my channel and you go to where all of the extra stuff is linked, like my Instagram, my TikTok and all that stuff, it's in there. But I play games on there, and I have like series that I've been working on that I haven't been streaming. So I think that it just kind of is up to what I decide to do. I've been really into Apex right now because I got back into it. Emmanuel's brother has gotten us back into it, I should say. So I'm like, I think that's kind of what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do what I want to do so that way I'm more authentic on camera as well, because I'm not playing something that I'm finding boring or like tired and I don't want to really do it that day. I think I'm just gonna kind of, if I hop on, I hop on. And if I don't, I don't. It's just kind of one of those things. And I think the thing that I kind of also am coming to a realization is that I do have a full-time job. Content creation, I would absolutely love to have as a full-time job, but it's just not a thing right now. So if that means I have to sustain myself doing something else, then that's what I'm gonna do. Right? And once content creation becomes a full thing, then I totally probably will end up getting a schedule to where I'm keeping up with stuff, because I do want to have it a certain way. It's just, things are a certain way. So that's just like the rant on there about that. So, is this dark enough? I think I might just leave it here and then do my cut crease, because I don't want to have like crazy eyelids. What you doing in there? Can you see Diesel? He's in the shower right now. He likes to just be in there. Hi. What's up? He's so goofy. Anyways, we're gonna do a little bit of shimmer. I wanna do, I think, something light. So maybe like, probably, you can't really see it, but like this pink or this one. Both of those are really pretty. I think I'm gonna do the pink. I'm gonna like really rub it on. This is so pretty. How does that look? What do we think? I think it doesn't look too bad. I have to fix up my eyeliner, but that's fine. I'll do it here in a second. So on another rant, my content. So I really want to get better at editing and stuff, because I want to make my content worthwhile to watch. And I feel like right now it's a little boring because I don't feel the need to do a ton of editing, but at the same time, I want my stuff to look like good. Like, I want it to feel like me, and I want there to be some personality to it. And I feel like right now that isn't really the case. So I'm like really wanting to kind of get better at learning how to edit and make my content interesting to watch. But that takes time. And I think that I don't have a lot of time to my arsenal right now. So I'm kind of just like doing what I can, and hopefully that's okay, because I don't really know how to add more time to my schedule right now. All right, how do my eyes look? What do we think? I think it looks cute. I think I just need to add like my highlight, my mascara, and then I'm good. And we will move on to the rest because, oh my god. I feel like mascara is always like the finishing touch to my makeup looks because my eyes will look a little crazy. The minute I put mascara on, it like just helps kind of break up all that extra crazy. It just like is like the finishing touch, right? Like look, they're so pretty now. Oh yeah, see? And now I look like a princess. Oh my goodness. What? Ignore me, I didn't do anything. He loves being chased. He's just weird like that, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna put this stuff away. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always somebody that cleans as I go. I can't stand everything being a mess when I'm trying to work and like do stuff. So I just like, I have to clean as I go so I know what I've done and what's like finished and all that stuff. All right, let's go on to contouring and the other thing. Blush. Listen, this is why I want a new contour palette. I've had this same contour palette for forever. I don't even like it that much because the colors in here kind of like, they're too cool toned for my skin, I feel like. So they just don't look great. I also don't know what this is. I think that's a highlight. I'm like, and it doesn't work. It kind of does. I don't know. Do you think that works? I mean, actually, hold on. It did show up that time. I feel like it depends on the lighting, on if you'll actually see it or not, and how much I pick up on the brush, which in this case we're gonna do a lot, and I'm gonna blend it out. But I feel like it'd be nicer to have a contour stick, like one of the cream ones, because I feel like they'd be easier to blend out, and you can kind of build those. You can build this too, but I don't know. Maybe I just like to complain. It's very possible. I forgot how much I like doing looks that have like color in them because I don't know, I just don't really do them anymore because they take a little bit more effort, and when I'm like just at home, I don't really feel like doing it, but I want to get back into it to like actually experiment. I think I've just been kind of lazy recently, and I think a part of that is just because I haven't been doing the best mentally. Like I'm not doing too bad. It definitely is enough to where I can tell my work ethic for literally anything has not been top tier. So I don't know. I just feel eh. That's just the best way to put it. It's just I just feel eh. So I'm just trying to figure out how to kind of move through this weird time. Oh my goodness. I want to get more of this too. This is the Rare Beauty. This is so good. I want the pinky color. This is like a corally color, but this stuff goes a long way, man, when you use it. Like, it's kind of crazy. Maybe I should use my other palette. I think I'm gonna mix them because this one's a little too corally for my makeup look, but I love this one so much that any excuse to get to use it, I kind of just do, even if it doesn't match, which it doesn't really match, but that's okay. I think I'm just gonna mix it with this other one, and then we're gonna put stuff over it. Because like I have this one, this is like a dry palette. This way I can kind of make it a bit more pinky. Yeah, like that's really pretty. And it is a lot right now, just ignore that. I will kind of get rid of some of the excess here in a second. I look a little sunburned. That's okay. Let me get my concealer and I'll show you kind of what's going on here. I have this one. I've had this one. This is actually fairly new, but this is a Maybelline one as well. I just picked up the lightest shade because I couldn't be bothered to figure out my actual shade. Plus, this doesn't really bug me. I don't know. I'm definitely not a clean girl. I can tell you that much right now. I'm okay with my makeup being all over the place and like kind of cray-cray. It doesn't bug me. But I'm just like to do this. This is what I've been kind of doing recently to try to help get rid of the blush a bit. And to me, I do have blush blindness, okay? I can tell you that much right now. I do have a little bit of a blush blindness thing going on. I like a lot of it. I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy. I barely contour anything. Does that not look really pretty? I think it looks so pretty. You may disagree if you wish, but I think it looks great. And then I'm just gonna go in with some highlighter, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh, here's another thing I wanted. I really want to get more lipstick as well, or like lipstick tints or whatever. Just something pinky, because I don't feel like I have a lot of neutral stuff. I have red. I have red stuff. And to be honest, I don't even wear red that much anymore. I used to be like my favorite lipstick to put on. I just don't do it anymore. I don't know. I have this lip pump, which might work. This is like a beigey tone. That's not bad. Actually, I'm okay with that. Now, some setting spray. I wish I had a fan, but I don't. I don't have one of the little fans people will have. That's okay. I'll just do this. So this is the dress I have. It's super pretty. I just got this recently. I love it so much. I actually got this way on sale for like 15 bucks. This was originally like 60, I think. I don't know how people are able to sell things like this for that much, but yeah, it's a really cute dress and I like it. It has a little slit, has little ruffles. I think it's perfect for a nice little dinner tonight. And my makeup, I think, will go with it pretty well. Yeah, I'd say so. And yeah, my camera's gonna die here soon, so I'll have to kind of end this. But I just wanted to rant. That's all I needed. I needed to get my thoughts out. So stay tuned for me coming back to streaming. That will definitely be happening eventually at some point soon. On top of that, I really want to work on my content. So if you have any thoughts on it, you could totally leave a comment. And also, I think that this is kind of a good PSA just for the people out there that are trying to make friends and stuff, is that seriously, for some reason, making friends, especially right now, is really hard. But at the same time, I know that like, we are not the only people looking for friendships, right? People all over the world want friends and I feel like we're in a very hard time right now with people feeling lonely. I feel like it's kind of an epidemic, to be honest, right now. I feel like it's kind of an epidemic right now. And I feel like there has to be like, at some point, people just being like, you know what? We're gonna make social gathering places again. We used to have malls. Where I live, we have like one mall. Because the other one got closed down because nobody goes to them anymore. No shops can stay open and everybody's going online. And on top of that, if you want to go and like actually meet people, you have to go like somewhere to eat, which means you're spending a lot of money for like foods and drink. And that's just not like, if you're not a bar person or a club person, which I wouldn't necessarily consider myself that, I don't mind going. But the only time I really like going is if I have a group of people that will like keep up the vibe. And that's just not really like feasible right now. I have a group of people that I enjoy going with, but we've only gone once and they're coworkers. But it was fine. But yeah, I just wanted to rant about it because I feel like some of that insecurity's been coming back of feeling a little bit lonely or just like being a little bit jealous of other people with good friendships. And I'm like, I think this is just a catalyst for me to really start pushing myself to meet people and to put myself out there and go places where there's going to be people. I hope that you watched this video and that you resonated with it, or it kind of helped you feel a little bit better about some of the things, because you're not alone. People all over have felt like this. I know I've talked to Amanda about this. That's two people that I know that have felt that way. But listen, it's okay to be scared, but don't let fear be the reason you don't try. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Mwah.